Hey, IDS 302, welcome to Module 5. Sorry that I'm a little late on this video. I usually like to get them out before the module starts. Little story. You guys ever know hear of Mr. Rogers? There's a movie coming out about Mr. Rogers. I know you might I probably missed that, but he used to come in and start the show and take his loafers off and put on his sneakers. Well, I come in and I take off my sunglasses and I put on my reading glasses so I can actually see what the heck's going on. Yes. Okay. Anyways, here's something else. I did this video yesterday at Family Weekend. I was over at Barrett and had a great background. Lighting was perfect. Families everywhere eating breakfast. It was phenomenal. And I did my video for you guys, like 18 minutes. Took it over to my son's dorm. I'm going to upload it there. My son looked at it and I was rewatching it. And pro tip, do not, under any circumstances, chew gum when you're putting together a video. My son was just dying. He said, "Dad, if you put that online, I'm going to disown you." So I didn't do that. Ran into a former student at the game Saturday. That was fun, except the game wasn't. But anyways, I know you didn't come here for that. But hey, we never get to talk, do we? All right, so Module 5, let's get into it. All right, a great job on the worksheets. Now, I'm talking about worksheet module 4, worksheet 4, methods worksheet, worksheet 5. Now, I don't go through those with a fine-tooth comb, all right? If you shortchange yourself, you'll pay a price when you write the proposal in the final paper. The whole point of the worksheets is to prompt you into considering composing your thoughts and articulate about your research for the sections that are coming up, right? So you got credit for doing it. If you need to do get in there a little deeper, then you're gonna have to do that for the proposal. That's this week's, by the way, is the proposal. Okay. Um, by the way, side note, if I make comments in Canvas to you, like feedback on your grade or anything, don't comment back because I don't want to hear. No, it's not because of that. It's because I don't see it when you comment back. So if you want to comment back, send me an email instead, okay? Because then I'll see that instead, all right? Remember to use that research question that you developed or I gave you, we worked together on. Use it word for word. And remember, the key question about a research question is a question mark. Okay. I know by the time you get through that long thing, you just want to slap a period on it and keep moving. But it is a question, and I'd like you to consider that and use that going forward. Okay. All right. So let's see. Oh yeah, just another double housekeeping thing. Make sure I get your points correct. Okay. Um, 5 points, obviously, for the video, Easter eggs. If I missed one or two, you guys are pretty good on letting me know, but I just want to tell you to, keep an eye on that, all right? Make sure you got what you're supposed to get, right? All right. And I want to say this about your lit reviews. Everybody who turned one in used Times New Roman 12, and I got to say, that was just brilliant, amazing, incredible. It's the first time that's ever happened. I cannot believe it. Yeah, maybe here or there was a word, somebody put in a reference or something that was Calibri, but you guys rocked it. I got to tell you, that was fabulous. Okay, so let's keep going here. Let's go to Easter egg number 1 right off the bat, okay? Whatever this video is about, Module 5 and everything, I want you to wait for the survey video. I don't want you to put anything out until I give you that. So Easter egg number 1 is wait for the survey video. All right, it'll be likely tomorrow because I know I'm going to be in Sedona. I'm up in Cottonwood now at Starbucks. I'll be in Sedona tomorrow, working from there, and I have a meeting at 2, so I'll probably do the survey video right before that or after that. All right, I'm going to call in on that. All right, let's look at Module 5. By the end of this module, students will be able to, 1, critically analyze and critique research proposals. You're going to do a research proposal. You're going to do peer reviews. Okay, so there you go. Number 2, clearly articulate research plans. By posting a proposal, you're telling me and your peers, you're telling the funding committee what your plans are. You're going to clearly articulate them. All right. Number 3, demonstrate that research projects are well thought out and doable. Well, again, by you demonstrating this, you're going to know that as a consumer of research in the real world, where we all are, of course, that research is something that is serious business. It's not just, like I said, we use it to research a trip, we research a new car, and that's fine. But when we get to this level, researchers have to step up their game, right? All right. So let's get into learning materials. Leedy and Ormrod, the text, chapters 4 and 5, is approximately 64 pages. I just want to tell you about those. It's planning a research project, chapter 4, and writing the research proposal is chapter 5. Now, this is a heavy duty book, okay, in terms of research. Remember, in this case, we're doing research light. Now, I don't want to confuse you and say, that you're going to get dinged or not dinged for this or that, because I can tell an effort when I see one too, all right? So you're going to read things about the research, planning the research, and writing the research proposal that are very good. They're very solid, okay? And I'd like you to get an idea of that, all right? Um, but then I want you to go into, when you're in the learning materials here in the module, all right, then you're going to go to some very important information. That's the research packet for proposals and final papers. Now, this is something that we looked at last week for lit review and that. Now we're going to look at it for the proposal, and it's going to be very similar. I'm going to pull it up right now to double check. It's a Word doc. All right, so all right, I don't want to move my my iPad. It's just balancing. Um, but look at the research packet. General format. Research projects follow APA. Paper should be at Times New Roman, double line space. Use 12-point font, 1-inch margins. Okay, it says quotes of more than 2 sentences length are to be single spaced and indented with proper citations AP form. Typically, it's 40 words or over. All right, that means you have to pull it in. You have to single line space it. The citation comes after the punctuation. It's the only time that does that. Okay, and it's not in quotation marks. So my guess is that if you really don't want to get into that, then you know what? You don't put in a quote that's over 40 words or over, right? Okay, the proposal contains the first 3 chapters of the research study. It's written in future tense. I'm just repeating these things for emphasis because sometimes you hear these things, you send me Easter eggs, but then you forget to do it. Okay, I get it. You got a lot to do, right? So chapter 1, you're going to have the introduction, and you're going to have a number of sections of it. All right, and remember, before even that, you get to a table of contents. Table of contents should be formatted, and that's after the cover page, which again, do not get fancy on me. I don't care. Cover page, put your question on there, question mark, your name, bam. Table of contents, format that sucker. If you try to do it manually, it's going to be obvious. Look at the samples, go online, Google table of contents in Word. There's plenty of ways to do it. I think you might even be able to copy and paste the ones that are in there and use those, but I don't know. All right. So chapter 1 then has a number of little sections, A, B, C, D, E, F, G. I don't need those A, B, C, D, E, F, G on your sections, okay? You can just call it introduction, chapter 1, and then introduction to the research study, purpose of the study, statement of problem, hypothesis for quantitative, that's you, significance of the study, assumptions, limitations, and definitions. You have something for all of that, okay? Um, Remember, we talked about the process being as important or even more so sometimes than the content, but here content is going to matter, all right? All right? So then there's chapter 2 is your lit review, okay? Your lit review is chapter 2. You call it that and you do the lit review, okay? Chapter 3 is methodology. You can do the purpose of the study. Again, it's almost a repeat from the top, but it's there. Setting and population, where you're going to get it from, future tense, you haven't gotten it yet. Don't overpromise either. Don't say 100 surveys because you're not going to do that. Don't say 50. Just talk about things in a realistic fashion. If you would like to get a certain amount, great. Talk to them about it, okay? Data collection could include the instrument, survey, protocol questions. I would prefer the survey questions be in the appendix, okay? Take out my appendix, put it on the table, and put your survey questions in the appendix. Put them in yours, okay? And then the data compilation, and it should be compilation, complication analysis. All right. I don't need you to include that, I don't think. I mean, you can, because it's hard one for students. I noticed that. People start saying, oh my God, was I supposed to do my data here? I'm going to put my data in here. No, no, no. Data compilation and analysis means talking about how you're going to compile it, how you're going to analyze it, and then a summary of everything's going on. Then you've got to remember the next blank page, start of it, your references, okay? Alphabetized, double line space, no line space between entries, and hanging paragraphs. If you don't know what it is, please learn. You get dinged ridiculously for something so easy. All right. Then the optional appendix is your survey questions. If you don't have any, don't worry about it. You will not get dinged for not having an appendix or survey question. Just mention survey is still in development. Okay? Do what you know. Don't overpromise. Remember, no I, me, my, we, you. Okay? Some people say the researchers. How many of you are there? There's only one. Okay? The current researcher. It's not researchers. You're not a team, you know? And then it's like, they say we. It's like the royal we. The royal we, That's great. All right. So that's what you need for the proposal. And if you skip down here, it says writing the proposal. Why write the proposal? How should the proposal be organized? Okay. Those will give you some hints. All right. Don't over obsess about it. But again, this is a very important document in your learning materials. Okay. Now, sample informed consent forms is in there too. Remember, this is just for FYI. You do not need any. Do not go through the trouble of doing any. Okay, because an anonymous survey, the participation of it is consent. Okay, the proposal rubric, this is huge. I want you to see this. Okay, the proposal rubric will show you some things that are highlighted. All right, it's going to show you the highlighted stuff is what I want to see. Okay, that's all I want to see. Don't follow anything else. So in fact, when you see data compilation analysis and that other thing, it's not. It's part of the final paper. I knew it. Only the highlighted sections. All right, please, please, please. Again, don't even do the appendix at all. I'm just saying it right now because you shouldn't have your questions. I'm going to help you make those, right? So look at the rubric. All right, there's 150 points to get. 40, 40, and 40 is the lit review, the introduction to methods. 30 is APA formatting, which includes grammar and spelling. All right, so stay with me on that. All right, now let's go into the samples. There's sample proposals in here. All right. I'm going to look at one of these. I know they're good. I checked them before the class started, but that was a few weeks ago. Okay, good one about thoughts and opinions of seniors age 55 and plus. This is the only, well, maybe I probably don't. I can't say only. It should be, but one of the rarest of occasions where I let somebody take their demographic down to 55 and over. And look, I battled this guy about this, and in terms of saying, look, 55 and over, that's it. What about? And he convinced me because he worked in the senior industry, young guy, and he had access to just a boatload of seniors, a cruise ship load. Okay, and he did a fine job, fabulous job. Notice his table of contents, mwah, chef's kiss, right? Good stuff. So okay, now look at this. So look at the samples. That's what you're trying to follow. Now you're going to do, so you're going to post your rough draft. Here, let's get to this. Okay, by the way, there's final paper samples in there, again, to get yourself some idea. But let's move on to the peer evaluation proposal forum. That is going to be due on November 14th. That's, you upload your rough draft in a discussion type forum. All right, and it's a rough draft. It's fine. Do the best you can. And then you are going to be obligated to do critiques of two of your peers, okay, rough draft, using the peer consent form, which is attached here. There is a sample of a completed peer review consent form in the previous page of learning materials, all right? So you're going to do that, and it's going to be 40 points for your rough draft and up to 40 points, or up to 40 points for rough draft, up to 40 points for your peer reviews. I'm not looking for a final, it can be a rough draft, okay? But if it's just like really like nothing there, I'm not giving you 40, okay? So, all right, try to do that. Then using your peers' reviews, take it for what it's worth. If you think that they're giving you good, positive, or critique that you can use it. If you think they're wrong, then don't use it. It's up to you, okay? In the end, it's up to you, right? But thanks for helping each other out, right? That's how you need to do it. Okay. So then you're gonna put that in, and that's gonna be, now here's the deal. I think this is the rough draft that is due by November 14th. I've got here, where is it? Well, let's do Easter egg number 2 right away. Easter egg number 2 is no abstract. You keep your abstracts and you keep it to yourself. No abstracts, okay? No abstracts. Somebody's going to say, "Oh, Purdue Owl said use the abstract." No abstract. I get that. I can do that. All right. So back to the other dealios here. All right. So the peer discussion is only open until 11:59 on the 16th. Because frankly, if you're putting it in that late, you're not helping your peers out. You're just helping yourself, right? And that's kind of, you know what I'm saying. So Uh, the rough draft's due on the 14th. All right, try to do your peer reviews as soon as you can after that, but I'm not accepting any peer reviews after the 16th. That's just cheap, okay? The final proposal is now due on Sunday, next Sunday before midnight. I think I had it earlier than that. I have no idea why, but it should be Sunday. All right, you got this, okay? Because you're starting to write it already, right? So that's where we stand. Let me just double check anything else. That's our big project for the week. Now, in turn, and then the final proposal, you'll put it in, edit it, you'll upload it as what? What did you say, a Word doc? Well, good for you. That's what I'm looking for. Thank you. All right, that's due November 17th. Okay, good. Now, that's Sunday, right? Okay, so that's all about Module 5. Now, here's what I'm going to tell you then. Tomorrow, again, the reminder, I'm going to create the survey video. All right, it's fun, it's exciting. You'll laugh, you'll cry. Uh, and get ready for that. Get ready to do it because then you can build your survey. Now, I want you to get your survey done though. So if you can do that this week, also it'd be great. If you can't, I understand too. But the sooner the better now, right? Because pressure's on. It's a 7.5 week course. Remember that. Remember, you should be working on this course like 20 to 30 hours a week. It's like a job. And if you're not, then you know that's a problem, right? So that's why it says I'm not giving you too much. I'm giving you twice as much as a 15-week course has, right? Okay, cool. Now, um, the survey gets done. I am going to then, I think I told you I'm going to have three, no, I probably said this in the video I'm not using, three separate emails I'll probably send out. A first one, a second one, and a last one, which you guys can send me the link to your surveys, okay? I will compile, let's say the first 10 or 12, and then bam, I'll send them out to everybody. All right, that way we can all help contribute to each other. Yes, it might skew the data to a little younger than normal, but probably not. And then, there'll be a middle batch I'll get in. And then the very last minute batch, I'll try to send those out. Take advantage of that help from your neighbors and your peers, okay? So that's one thing we can look forward to as well. I'm going to get out of here at 17.5 minutes, it looks like. So let's do Easter egg number 3. What the heck did I have? Okay, Easter egg number 3 is follow the rubric and samples. I think that's clear enough, right? All right, you guys. Talk to you tomorrow. Forks up.